For years, neighbors tell me they haven't been able to enjoy Lake Killarney, but now it's getting its first makeover in decades. I'm Kendall Brandt, your neighborhood reporter in Northeast Tallahassee. These endless piles of vegetation all came from this lake. I'm taking a look at the work that's being done to remove this overgrowth so neighbors can enjoy the water once again. Drive down Shannon Lakes Drive West. You'll see over 80 piles of vegetation. Neighbors have noticed.
I was really surprised by the amount of material that they've hauled out of the lake so far.
I came to actually see this machine in motion.
The machine she's talking about
is what we call the beast.
A water harvester removing more than 1 million pounds of vegetation in 1 week. Becky Breimer has lived on this lake for 38 years and says the overgrowth keeps her and her family off the water.
My grandchildren came from Ohio to visit us over Thanksgiving, and we have a boat, and it was very hard to get the boat into the water through all the garbage that is on top.
Killarney Estates Homeowners Association President Steve Gibbons says a survey of their 3,800 households found that many have the same story.
This was overwhelmingly the number one concern that they had was the condition of our lakes.
So what we're going to do is start it up.
That's why he called Justin Stone with Stone's Aquatic Weed and Algae Removal.
4 years ago it went dry, and what happens when it goes dry, all this vegetation starts growing on the bottom. When the water comes back up, the bottom lets go and comes up with it.
That not only keeps neighbors off the water, but Stone says non-native plants are taking over the lake.
Hydrilla is, most people in Florida know, is one of the most invasive species of plants around. Unfortunately, once it gets into a pond or lake, it's very difficult to get rid of.
Co-worker and biologist Chow Zong says the island of plants on top of the water also hurt the fish.
Any body of water, they get a lot of their oxygen from your atmospheric and water interface, right? And so when you block that off with a big, vegetated mat, you lose that.
With progress already visible within just a few days, Breimer says she's excited to enjoy her beautiful backyard lake once again.
I look forward to just looking at it and going boating and having it the way that it used to be.
The final phase of this big project will be completed in February. In Northeast Tallahassee, Kendall Brandt, ABC 27.